So driving the wet is something that you're not going to really need to worry about. There's only a few tracks such as Silverstone and Spa, but obviously it's an important skill to need to know when you do have to use it, because it's all about being fast no matter what. And actually most drivers do lack this skill. But with that being said, I'm going to give you my tips on how to drive in the rain. So for the brake bias, you want to increase it to 1 to 2% towards the front. The rear tires actually tend to lock up more in the rain. Another thing on the car is differential. I recommend 50 to 52% for the differential. For the rest of the stuff, I recommend more flat camber and more downforce. Try not to have a lot of angling in the suspension geometry, because you're going to want the most grip possible to the surface. And now for the driving techniques. Try not to go through one or more gears when going through a corner, because the res will end up being too high on the exit and you'll spin out most likely. So I recommend usually just staying in the gear that you would for the dry surface. Now counting and steering the car is an important factor, because it's interesting on the wet track, but it's also easy to do compared to the dry conditions. This is because you're going slower around the circuit, and the car won't overcorrect itself, unless you make it. Watch as I start to head into Puhan. I wasn't too aggressive with it on the steering. Another tip I'm going to give is about controlling the car as well. You should be able to use the weight of the car, or the little bit of grip left that's still remaining after you're about to spin out. Sometimes the car will turn into the corner for you. When it does that, try to keep the wheel pointing to where you want it to go. Otherwise, that's all I have for driving in the wet conditions today. And I hope you learned from my 6 tips. Bye.